Hi, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Chloe Combs, and today I'll be working through 4 elementary math problems using non-traditional methods. These methods may be helpful for your students or for yourself because the ones I selected specifically have some type of visual, since I'm a visual learner, that help me better understand what I'm actually doing when I'm solving a math problem and how these strategies can be useful in my daily life. So for the first problem, it's an addition problem, and I selected the scratch method. For subtraction, I went with equal add-ins. For multiplication, I chose the lattice method, and for division, I went with repeated subtraction. Are you familiar with any of these methods? I actually wasn't familiar with them, but once I learned them, I wish I had known about them sooner. So hopefully after watching this video today, it will inspire you to incorporate some of these methods either into your teacher practice or for yourself as a student or in your daily life. So thank you again for joining me, and after this introduction, I'm going to walk you through the problems and how I solved them. Our addition problem is 111 plus 222 plus 999. Alright, for the scratch method, we start on the right and we work top down. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 9 is 12. We cross out the 9 to represent 10, leaving us with 2, and we write a 1 because we scratched one number. It was the 9. Okay, so we do the same thing again. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 9 is now 13. So we write the 3, and then again we only write 1 because in the former row or column we scratched one number. It was the 9 again. And again, this one was exactly the same. We write another 1 to represent that 9 that we scratched out, and that left us with 2, 3, 3, and then we carry that 1 down, and our total was 1,332. Getting into subtraction using equal add-ins, we have 1,000 as our minuend and 999 as our subtrahend. We don't like this problem because it would require us to do 0 minus 9, which doesn't make sense. Equal add-ins is a perfect method to solve that. We're going to write the problem as it was, but this time we're going to add 1 to both numbers. Since we're adding it to both numbers, the difference will still be the same. We have 1,001 minus 1,000, which equals 1. That was much easier than solving 0 minus 9, huh? I chose to add 1 because it made 999 an even number 1,000. This one is probably my favorite method throughout this video. We're doing the lattice method with a 2-digit multiplicand times a 1-digit multiplier. I went with a pretty simple problem. It was 25 times 4. What could the answer be? We draw a box. We need to have a 2 by 1 because we have a 2-digit multiplicand times a 1-digit multiplier. We write the digits above the corresponding boxes and draw lines to create the lattice. Then we multiply the single digits. So 4 times 5 is 20, and 4 times 2 is 8. Then we simply add the columns. We have 0, then 8 plus 2 is 10. We carry the 1, leaving us with 100. Our division problem calls for a 3-digit dividend with 0 in the tens place, divided by a 2-digit divisor. I chose 100 divided by 10. So for the repeated subtraction method, you don't actually have to know how to divide anything. We're actually just going to repeat subtraction. So I start by making a table. Now let's pretend we have 100 cards and we have 10 players in the game. So how can we divide the 100 cards amongst the 10 players evenly? Well, we start by subtracting the 100 cards minus the first group of 10, and that leaves us with 90. We subtracted 10 because so far each player would have gotten 1 card, and then we make a tick to represent that group of 10. Then we repeat that subtraction problem over and over until all groups of 10 are accounted for. So we're at 60 minus 10 equals 50, then 50 minus 10 equals 40. Do you see how we are just consistently subtracting groups of 10 as we continue to give each player 1 card? And we make a tick. Okay, we continue until we reach 0. Then we add up the ticks, the groups of 10, and we have 10. This would be a great method to use if you're playing a game and you need to divide things up amongst the players. Alright, we finished the 4 problems. So which method did you prefer? I quite liked the lattice method for multiplication. I love that it creates a visual and that it only requires you to add the columns instead of multiplying. I liked that the equal add-ins method for subtraction made the problem a lot cleaner, so that we didn't have to try to subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. I loved that the repeated subtraction method for division left us with a beautiful table that accounted for all of the numbers that we were dividing up amongst our hypothetical players. And the one that probably isn't my favorite was the scratch method for addition. For addition, I prefer the traditional method, but that's just me. It was interesting though to learn a non-traditional method, so hopefully this video was helpful. I tried my very best to explain how I worked through the problems, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and hopefully you'll let me know if you plan on incorporating any of these non-traditional methods into your classroom now or in the future, or if you do or plan to use these methods in your own life. So let me know, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.